Yep, Friday. Just loaded back into my truck. That cooler is chock full of food. I got my generator and some stuff that can't get wet under here. Got my water jugs, my chainsaw. I think I may be needing that once I get there. But no, it's Friday the 11th, and I'll be leaving here at about 2:30 a.m. But just getting her ready. I still gotta pack the inside of the truck. Yeah, and the inside's packed too. Got food in here too, and all my gear, my guns. Ready to head northbound. Firearm deer season opens up Tuesday the 15th, and I just now finished packing. It's 8:30 at night. I'm gonna go in, grab a shower, hit the sack, and leave about 2:30. Meet my brother up there for breakfast and get camp set up. So, talk to you later. Well, it's Saturday morning, 7 o'clock, just hitting the bridge. I went through some bad weather back there between Grayling and Gaylord. It was snowing bad, real bad. But no, headed to deer camp. I can only stay a week, and I got to go back to work for a couple days, which I kind of figured that was going to happen. And then I'll come back Tuesday before Thanksgiving with my son and his buddies, so that'll be all right. But it's just me for now, and then my brother will be out to hunt with me opening day and Tuesday and Wednesday, and then he's got a doctor's appointment on Thursday. I don't know if he'll be back Friday, but it'll just be me for pretty much the rest of the whole week. No, it's cold out. Crossing the Mackinac Bridge right now, and it says 33 on my truck. So I'm just super excited, as Camp Benny would say, just to get there. I haven't been able to hunt, and I'm looking forward to Tuesday morning big time. I came up, probably a week or so ago. It was a fast trip. I didn't do no videoing. That one area that I call Bear Ridge is out of the question now. Somebody went back in there and tore it all up with a four-wheeler on top of the ridge, and I'm actually surprised they didn't steal my trail camera, because they were standing right there in front of it looking at it. So I'm kind of glad I did come back, and then I just took it down. And my other one, I had 5 different wolves. One with a radio collar on it, broad daylight. An hour after I had a doe and a fawn in there, they were in there. I didn't like to see that, but like they say, no deer, no wolves. Wolves, you have deer, so there's pros and cons to it. But last year I didn't see no sign over there at all. So, but no, I'm just getting to the UP now. I left at 2 o'clock this morning, and like I said, I could have been over here a long time ago, but I was down to like 30, 35 miles an hour, snowing so bad. So we'll catch up with you in a little bit. Yeah, the river's high. Over there used to be a beach that went out about 30 yards. And my son and them drove their quads all the way around that bend over Labor Day. Boy, she's high. Then this bridge is nothing but a sheet of ice. She's flowing pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Can't get to camp just yet.
Cross our fingers we don't have one on the cabin.
Yeah, really. Well, that's a job done. I had a feeling we're gonna need that chainsaw, and brother brought his too. So almost to the camp. A little bit of dusting snow on the ground. Temperature on the trucks is 30 degrees. We're just hoping there ain't a tree on that cabin. They had 70-mile-an-hour winds up here. Nope. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. There she is. Deer Camp 2022. Going through the wood. That's the third time I've done that since Saturday. Actually, two for me, and my brother did it once. Right now, it's 22 degrees. It's a beautiful morning. 9:30 in the morning. Not supposed to get out of the 20s. And then they're saying snow tonight, snow tomorrow, snow Thursday. And I guess it ain't supposed to get above freezing for the next 4 or 5 days. So that'll be good. So I think I'm gonna go down, check a spot out by the creek where one of the young bucks might hunt. I haven't been over there probably 2 years now. We got a camera over there. I'm gonna go pull the card and check things out over there. Who knows, I might hunt it Friday and Saturday of this week coming up. I don't know yet. It's all gonna hinge on what happens where I'm at for tomorrow and Wednesday on that island ridge over there. Who knows? I shot that buck opening day over there last year at like 4:45. But I want to give a shout out to Maine Outdoor Enthusiast. You should check his channel out. He did a giveaway and I won this hat. They hunt the big woods in Maine. Kind of reminds me of the woods up here, other than we don't have the mountains like they do. But it's looks like, from watching his channel, it looks like it's the same type of terrain as far as what they hunt in, like except for the mountains, of course. We don't have mountains here. Especially in my area, it's all lowland, a lot of swampy water stuff. But no, he's got a good channel out, and he just started his channel too not too long ago. And they got a nice camp. His dad's got a nice camp up in northern Maine. So if you get a chance, check his channel out. Also, give a shout out to NorCal Whitetails out of North Carolina. First of all, he's a vet, so we should support his channel. He's just down to earth like me. You know, we're out here for the fun. You know, we don't judge our hunts by the scores or any of that stuff. but he's got a good channel too, and he's a veteran. So make sure you check his channel out. But now I'm gonna pull my Mr. Buddy heater out, and hasn't been ran since last year, so I'm gonna get that going because it looks like I'm gonna need it. So stay tuned. Yeah, you can't. It's going. You can't see the flame because of the sun, but 3 clicks on the primer or on the pilot and it took off. So yeah, she'll be good. Now one of them 1-pound tanks, if I run it on low, it'll last me an all-day sit. Now what I do when I'm using it, I run it for an hour, and I shut it off for an hour, hour and a half, and then run it again for an hour and shut it. I do that over the course of an all-day sit, so that 1-pound tank will last me all day. Now if you ran it continuously without turning it off, that 1-pound tank on low will last 6 hours. Now if you run it on high and not shut it off, it goes for like 3 hours. So by me turning it on and off after an hour, that'll last me all day. So usually some sandhill cranes. Usually I don't usually start it till, I don't know, after I've been in the blind for about half hour, 45 minutes, because usually you're kind of hot walking out to your stand, so I don't need it right away. But they come in handy. You know, like I said, I run it for an hour and it does me just fine. So, but I just thought I'd get it out. I haven't had it started since last November, so she'll do me just fine in the blind. Makes for an all-day sit enjoyable, because I think I'm going to be sitting all day tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. I got to take advantage. I haven't been out hunting, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Usually I usually sit all day, but with my brother being out here, I don't like, you know, I hate just leaving him, but he don't care. So no, I got did my dishes that I've had since Saturday. I did them today. Loaded that wood thing up. Got chili thawing for dinner for tonight. My brother should be out here about 1:30, 2 o'clock, he said. So I think I'm gonna go take a little stroll down to the creek and check that area out. I'll bring you along with me. All right, here we are, across the 2-track from the cabin. I'll show you better when I get over there, but I usually set the blind up there, back that way, facing north. And the deer come through here. We're on a low line area. Like over this way, there's a big ridge. I'll show you that I just came down to get back here. But like I said, I've shot a few, probably 6 deer back here. And then one of my son's buddies, Jacob, got a nice 6-point back here a few years back. The only bad thing is it's hard to get a deer out of here. It's not really thick. Yeah, we're 20 yards from the creek, which is right over here. Now back in the day when I first started hunting over here, I'd probably say, I'd have to look at the logbook, but it's probably been close to 15 years. One year this was froze, this creek. It was so cold. And you could hear the deer. One deer that I shot, I could hear He came, I don't know whereabouts, or in this area somewhere, but he came down the embankment, and all of a sudden I heard cush, cush, cracking ice, and he got up somewhere in here and shook all the water off of him, and I shot him. But you can hear him all the time. Sometimes I don't see him, but if it's quiet and still like it is right now, they cross. So yeah, she's pretty high, the creek. Holy smokes. Yep. I don't care if you had waders or not, you're not getting across it now. Back over Labor Day weekend, it was like ankle deep. But no, this is a good spot back here. Now this is where I'll set a blind up if I was to hunt back here. There's an intersection of a runway up there where they are going down to the creek. But on the other side of that, them tree stumps. And then they're coming in from the north. And then the runway goes up that way, up to that ridge where we're gonna go in a minute. But in order to hunt back here, this is about the only area where you could put a blind, because you want a north-northwest wind. And I'm actually on the south side of the runway up there that turns and heads to the west. So any other where you'd be the wrong for the wind. So this is about the best spot underneath this cedar tree here. So we'll see what happens. Maybe one of the other guys will hunt over here. Okay, this ridge runs parallel all the way down. And this here is not part of the creek. It's like an overflow. It doesn't really do much, doesn't really go anywhere. But I've seen, it's an island there, it's not very big, but I've seen them in there before. So, yeah, this ridge runs by a good 200-300 yards to the north. And it's all thick, like this, down in here. So, like I said, that's pretty much the only spot where I could put a blind when I started hunting over here. And back that way is due west, and camp is about a half mile. If I was to walk a straight line, I'd walk right to the camp driveway. So, but as you can see, you get a deer in here, it's hard to get it out. It's a two-man job. Actually, more the better, but at least two, getting it out of here. So it's a good area. Well, it's 2 o'clock on Monday the 14th. I just came back from that area down by the creek on the other side of the 2-track here at the end of the driveway. And just went through, there was 195 pictures since the 11th of October. And there's a couple decent, when I say decent for me, I mean there's a nice tall 5-pointer and another smaller 5-pointer, and what looks to be something got in the way of my lens on my, there was a twig, so I can't really tell, but it looks like it could be a small forkhorn. And there was a wolf and a coyote, not at the same time, but it's a good area. Now the Island Ridge where I'm going tomorrow morning I didn't have a buck on the trail cameras or pictures I just looked at here when I took the blind out, there's quite a few does, but there is a decent 5-point over there. He's tall, just like this one. In fact, they look like brothers almost. And the Island Ridge, no, not the Oak Stand. I got two nice 8-points. However, pictures were taken, you know, in the middle of the night. So God only knows, but there was almost 300 pictures over there. There was different bucks too. There was a couple different spikes, a fork horn. One looks to be like maybe a 4-point or a 5-point. I couldn't see a brow tine because of the way the picture was. And then I just came back a couple hours ago now, but I had just walked up here, made a ham sandwich, was taking the ham out to the cooler, and there was a deer standing I got some pumpkins out there. There's a deer standing there 11:45, a nice sized doe. So I just turned around, walked back in, it still stayed there, and something startled it, and it ran down the driveway and then across into the thick stuff towards the 2-track. So then I went through the rest of the SD card as I was eating lunch from across the street, and then I went to take out that ham that I was going to take out, and I look over here, and there's a 6-point standing probably 50 yards up that little ridge over there. So I came in quick to get my camera, but as I turned, it turned and it ran down towards the 2-track, but then it must have got on the driveway, because as I was putting the things, he was after that doe, because he was on her trail coming in from over here. And then, like I said, she got down onto that other part of the driveway and went towards the 2-track. So that was pretty neat. I mean, I'm just sitting here at the kitchen table and I look up and there's one out there eating pumpkins. So we'll see how that goes. I just talked with my cousin who's on the west end of the UP, and they got 8 inches over there west of Marquette up by Michigami. So, I mean, I don't want 8 inches, but I'd take about 2 or 3 inches. So, but until then, we'll see you from the deer blind tomorrow morning. Well, it's 4:30, opening morning. Brewing my coffee. Brother's gonna make pancakes and eggs. Pancakes for me and eggs for him. But just waking up. It's 18 degrees outside right now. Good morning. It's 20 to 8. I've been out here since 20 to 7. It's not very good light in here, but I haven't seen nothing. I heard one shot about 5 minutes ago, way off in the distance. But it's cold. My truck said 26 when I got out here this morning. Well, I fired up the old heater about a half hour ago. I've heard, I haven't seen anything. There was another shot. I've heard more shots in the last 45 minutes than I heard in the first 8 days last year. I'm at 20 shots that I've heard. Well, the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. But, nope, I just thought I'd check in. hopefully. I think 1 to 2 inches here in Delta Menominee County, I think 3 to 5. I heard that right on the weather report this morning. But it don't matter. It could be 100 degrees. I'd still be out here. Just enjoy being here. So I keep hearing things over there. Might be a red squirrel. Those things will drive you nuts. Alrighty. I'll check back in with you later. Well, it's 12 o'clock noon. And I haven't seen nothing. There was a flurry of snow shower there for a little bit. I thought I was going to get something, but then it stopped. And from about, I think the last shot I heard was 9:30, 9:45, somewhere in there. But I must have heard 15, 20 shots from the crack of daylight till then. Well, that was pretty exciting. Towing a fawn. I heard them coming over here in this thick stuff. And then they went up that ridge down a little ways because I could see through it. I could just see the silhouettes of them. But she didn't like me being here. But no, that was a go out at the 2-track. I heard one snorting. It snorted like 9 times, but it ran. Started back here, and it ended way over there on the other side of the ridge. So, but I haven't heard any shots in a while. Well, that's end of opening day. It's black as the ace of spades in there where I was. And you can still kind of faintly see, but I wouldn't shoot right now. It's 5:42, 29 degrees. So, yeah, I seen that doe and the fawn, and that's all I seen, and then a couple of them partridge. But, oh well, I mean, I called it. So I'll go back and meet up with my brother, see what he saw, have some soup. But no, I'm gonna head back to camp. Talk to you later.